Hey guys, here we go again. We're going to talk about, guess what? Quadrilaterals. Woohoo! Quadrilaterals. Have you noticed a pattern? Even though we're focusing on naming shapes by the number of sides, we're focusing in fifth grade on quadrilaterals. So you need to know in and out the different types of quadrilaterals. And in order to do your scavenger hunt tomorrow, you really have to be able to tell the difference between them. So here's a little activity. This is not in your packet. This is just mine. So all you need to do is sit back and relax and watch and really focus on the different types of quadrilaterals. Okay, 5 basic types of quadrilaterals. These are all quadrilaterals, so I don't have to call them that. And you'll notice all of my polygons have 4 sides, so they're all quadrilaterals. Let's talk about the specific things about each one. Trapezoids. A trapezoid, the most important thing to remember about a trapezoid is it only has, I'm going to use this here, one pair of parallel, that's my symbol for parallel, one pair of parallel sides. That's the only thing that's true about a trapezoid. Okay, it's quadrilateral and one pair of parallel sides. Parallelogram, the only thing it has to have is 2 pairs of parallel sides. Okay, that's the big difference between them. It can't be both. Rectangles. Rectangles is a parallelogram, so I'm going to put that capital P there for that, and it has to have 4 right angles. That's my symbol for right angle, and it has to have opposite sides equal. So it's a parallelogram, means 2 pairs of parallel sides. It has 4 right angles, and its opposite sides are equal. Opposite sides equal, right? So we should know all of these things. I'm just using hints and little symbols here to remind us because we've already learned it. All right, square. Square is everything a rectangle is. It's a parallelogram. It has 4 right angles. It has 4 equal sides. Not where opposite sides are equal, but it has 4 equal sides. A rhombus. A rhombus is a parallelogram, and it has 4 equal sides. No requirements about the angles, just that it has 4 equal sides. Right? I'm going to draw another line right here so we can use those for the qualifications, but we're going to sort these shapes down at the bottom by their properties. All right, let's see how we do. I'm going to scroll out a little bit so we can see them. All right, let's start with G. Is G a trapezoid? No, it has 2 pairs of parallel sides. One pair is here, and one pair is here. So it is not a trapezoid. Is it a parallelogram? Yes, 2 pairs of parallel sides. So G is a parallelogram. Is it a rectangle? It's a parallelogram. It has 4 right angles, and its opposite sides are equal. It is a rectangle. Those angles are right angles. Is it a square? Does it have a parallelogram? Check. Does it have 4 right angles? Check. Does it have 4 equal sides? No. So it is not a square. Rhombus. It is a parallelogram, but it does not have 4 equal sides. So it is a parallelogram, and it's a rectangle. Do you notice any other that follow that same qualification on our paper? See any other rectangles? I don't. I don't see any other rectangles. So we're done with that one. Okay, let's look at L. Here's L. Looks a lot like G. The only difference is its angles are different, but the sides are the exact same. So I have 2 pairs of parallel sides. 1, 2. I have obtuse angles here. I'm going to put an O for obtuse. And this little guy right here is an acute angle. So we don't have right angles. So if we don't have right angles, that gets rid of square and rectangle. It doesn't have just one pair of parallel sides because it has 2. It's not a rhombus because it doesn't have 4 equal sides. So the only thing L is a parallelogram. Do you see any other shapes that are very similar to L that are just parallelograms that don't have right angles or 4 equal sides? I see one. M looks a lot like L, it's just a little shorter. N is just a little shorter and a little taller. So both M and N are parallelograms. So we're done with M, N, L, and G. All right, let's talk about R for a second. All right, let's look. Does it have one pair of parallel sides? The only sides that are parallel are the top and the bottom one. These are not. So as soon as I notice there's only one pair of parallel sides, bam, that's it. Everything else is a parallelogram. So R is a trapezoid. Do you notice any other trapezoids on the paper with only one pair of parallel sides? What about Q? Well, let's see. If I extended Q's lines on the side, oh, look at that. Eventually, if I keep on going and going, they're going to intersect. Those aren't parallel. And these sides, if I kept going and going, they're going to intersect over here. So this does not have any intersecting lines, or parallel lines. So that's not a trapezoid. O, one pair of parallel sides. S, one pair of parallel sides. So O and S are trapezoids. All we have left is V and U. Let's take a peek at these guys. Now U is a little deceiving because it almost looks like a trapezoid, but if you look really closely, this top line is angled just a little bit. So eventually, way out here, they're going to intersect. So U is neither. It's sort of very similar to, excuse me, Q, where they're not going to be either. All right, so what is V? Well, are V's lines parallel? Let's see. Yes, they are. Even though they're slanted, those are definitely parallel. And even though these are slanted, definitely parallel. They will never, ever cross. So they have two pairs of parallel sides, so it's either parallelogram, rectangle, square, or rhombus. Does it have two parallel sides? Yes, so it's definitely a parallelogram. Does it have four right angles? Nope, this is an acute angle, and this big long stretch one is an obtuse angle. So it's not a rectangle or a square. Does it have four equal sides? Yes, it sure does. Looks like a square that was smushed. So V is a rhombus. We've just classified all of those shapes. So look for those classifications as you are doing your scavenger hunt.